26% on the nation report part that the percentage you below for 12th grader for the subtraction in math. In America, we had everything as an exceptional country, but the 26% sounds exceptional to you. Raise your hand if you think as the country we need to do way better than that. I'm with you. But if we make math human again, it will start make sense again. You're probably wondering how is math in every human in the first place, so think about it. Math is a human language, just like English, Spanish, and Chinese, because it allows people to communicate with each other. Even in ancient times, people need the language of math to conduct trade, to build a monument, and measure the land for farming. This idea of math, the language, is actually new. A great philosopher once said, the laws of nature are written in the language of mathematics. So you see, even Galileo agreed, isn't it? But somewhere along the line, we're talking the language of math with about the real world around us. And we've abstracted that beyond this recognition, and that's why kids they get confused. Let me show you what it means. Well, see, there's third grade Californian math standard, and people make sense when 8 years old. Understand the fraction 1 over b as the quantity formed by one part when a whole is partitioned into b equal parts. Understand a fraction a over b as the quantity formed by a part of size 1 over b. And if you give this description to an 8-year, you probably get reaction like this. To a math expert, this standard makes sense. But to a kid, it's an absolute torture. I'll tell this example especially because the fractions are the foundational to this algebra, trigonometry, and even calculus. So kids don't understand fraction in the elementary middle school because it had hop roadway to ahead them in the high school.
But there's a way to make subtraction simple and easy for kids to understand. Yes, just remember that math is the language and use the furtherance. For example, when I teach first grader how to add the subtraction, I start with the apple plus listen. First say yes, 1 apple plus 1 apple, and people often say 2 with the party correct. Have then include the word as well as with the match of the language, but not just 2, it is 2 apple. Next is 3 pencil plus 3 pencil. You all know that pencil plus pencil is pencil. So everyone, how many pencil? 5 pencil is right. And the key is you include the word. I try to submit with my 5-year-old niece in mood. After she is at pencil and pencil, I ask her what 4 billion plus 1 billion. And my aunt overheard in the distance. She is called and said, "Are you crazy? She is being kindergarten. How she is supposed to know 4 billion plus 1 million? I'm done. My niece Vanessa counting looks up and say, 5 billion?
Because too many kids are locked, and they are shown both math, and it doesn't have to be that way. I work with an angry, frustrated high school student once who couldn't pass the algebra because she only knew 44% of the multiplication task. I've told her that such kind worthy and knowing the 44% of the alphabet, holding me back. She couldn't pass her or public relations, and she had no confidence in that. As a result, the teenager had no confidence in herself. I've told her we have to start with multiplication because once you know all of you have with your part, everything gets easier and you will be having first bite every happy ride in Disneyland. What do you think? And he said, okay. But she systematically learned the timetable for weeks, and yes, even a multiplication has the language in better than that. You'll be surprised how many kids don't realize 7 times 3 can be spelled out as 7 times 3, which just means 3 7 times, just like that. So when kids see it this way, they quickly realize that the depression is slow and inconvenience. So they grab the realize that 3 7 times all the 21. The further teenager would always to dropping out, becoming fluent and confident in multiplication with the game changer because the first time we can focus the problem solving instead of counting of the finger. I'm new this at corner, but she's figured out that 2 years currently at $445 a month will cost you $10,680, and she's looking at it profilingly inside. It's a fully shocked. That's expensive. At that moment, not having wonder causing problem for her, but she looks giving a might solve problem as the reason to doubt. As an educator, it's my duty to challenge kids to be tirely you with this challenge. Our country is stuck at 26% subtraction, and I challenge you to pass the number higher. It is important because mathematical thinking not boiled young mind, but our kids need it to imagine and develop the future. Meeting this challenge can be as simple as apples plus apples. Insist that we teach math the human language, and we will get this sooner rather than later. Thank you.